hysterical. It is wild. And now when you call down there, they're what do they go by now? Storage World or something like that is now their name. Which I'm going. There is a Storage World. I don't know if he's now a franchise or whether he just picked that name.
Right. So last year when I dropped the load off, he was nowhere to be found. But his employees helped me out, and he had me in the parking lot. We'll take care of it. I'm like, what's the chance that this in the parking lot all winter long? But it looks fine, and I never contacted me. I emailed him more than once, and then I picked it up. I'm like, I'm going to pay you. Oh, you didn't pay me? Yeah, here you go. Yep. So yeah, it's just free run, but
And I never same thing this year. When I went to pick them up this year, I never saw anybody pick it up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. The guy I talked to, Trevor and Anthony and my dad, and so it was picked up. The only thing that annoyed me, and it's still fun. I got it all hooked up. The light had to brake a little fast. Walk around back, check the light. Yep, good. Drag it home. I took it back up in the driveway. Tore the floor. Lower because the engine was down. Which when I drive off, it's low. Right? They put it down like 6 inches. That'd be the only feedback. I mean, you put it down, you put it back up. Now, at the end of the day, it's still my responsibility. It's not even Greg Armstrong. Greg's not telling me it's problem. It's my fault. But it's my fault for not coming out and walking the whole trailer. That's the job of the person driving.
I drive with a transom saver on, I think they call it.
Yeah, well, and that's what mine has. Because it has just built in. You put it up, you flip up this lever, you drop it back on, it works great. But I never even walked around it.
I bought the extra one. Mine has that I got.
Oh, one that goes underneath as well, extendable one?
Then I have to have my motor wall in my driveway as well, but then I have to lower it again and put it in the garage.
Yep. Good afternoon, Laker fans. We're coming to you today from Ponds 7, where we'll have the Prior Lake Lakers taking on Lakeville North here in the 9A baseball game. Lakers coming off a strong win last night, winning 16-5 over Egan, looking to capitalize on and keep the momentum going. This afternoon for the Lakers, your pitcher towing the mound will be JJ. Behind the plate will be Chauvin. First base will be Hudson Johnson. Second base will be Jackson Barrett. Third base will be shortstop will be Jackson Goldberg. Third base will be Hayden Anthony. Drew Burley will be out in left field. Brody Fumonti in center field. And Hayden Orrell in right field. The batting order for the Lakers today is going to be Jackson Goldberg leading off in the bottom of the first. Chauvin batting second. Hayden Anthony batting third. Aiden Horrell batting fourth. JJ batting fifth. Brody Fumonti batting sixth. Drew Burley batting seventh. Hudson Johnson batting eighth. Wesley Kane batting ninth. And Jackson Barrett batting 10th. There's a throw down to second. We're just about ready to start the game. And there's a great first pitch to start. Swing and a miss, strike one. Up to bat is number 22 for Lakeville. That one's going to miss in and catch him. After that first strike, that'll be a hit by pitch and send the leadoff runner, put the leadoff runner on. That'll bring number 5 to the plate with number, looks like 25 on deck. Fakes the bunt. That ball's going to drift up for ball one.
Looks like actually 29 is on deck. There's a runner that's popped up on the bunt and out of play, foul. That'll make it a 1-1 count. There's bunt again. Lays it down to the pitcher. Comes up, got time to go to 2, and he gets him at 2 and gets the lead off. That bunt just carried a little too far and made for an easy out. That'll be the first out of the inning and bring number 29 to the plate for Lakeville North. Quick throw over. Just keeping him honest over there at first base. There's a nice pitch, catches that corner, called strike 1. Chases that runner back with a quick throw. Good looking throw right on the money. So an 0-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the first. That one's going to miss. Up, ball 1. That'll catch for called strike 2 in a 1-2 count. Quick throw over. Runner will dive back safely. That's going to miss low. Nice job by Show keeping in front of him. Ball 2 and a 2-2 count. Quite a few throwovers there, keeping him honest at first base. There's a pretty pitch, driven to right field. Aiden drifts under it and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring number 1 to the plate for Egan, with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, with number 2 on deck. Runner goes. Here's the strike. Here's the throw. It's going to be just a bit late. So he'll be in there with a stolen base. Good first pitch, though, right across the knees. That one's going to miss out. Ball 1. That one drifts up, and he fouls it off out of play down the first baseline for strike 2. That one's going to miss out. Ball 2 and a 2-2 count. It's 2-2 with 2 outs here and a runner on second in the top of the first. That's a breaking pitch. Grounded to short. Goldberg up with it, over to 1, and that will do it for the first inning. To the top of the first. So Lakeville North sends 4 to the plate. Lakers retire 3 of them. Left a runner on second base on 15 pitches by JJ. So as we head to the bottom of the first, coming up will be Jackson Goldberg, Chauvin, and Hayden Anthony. Looks like pitching for Lakeville will be number 26. So there was the call for balls in, a throw down to second, and we are ready to start the bottom half of the first inning. First one's going to miss, ball 1. That's going to miss low, ball 2. And grounds that one towards first. That's going to be foul down the first baseline. Strike 1 and a 2-1 count. It is a beautiful day for baseball here. It's about 72 and a breeze blowing in from right field. So maybe it's more from left. That one's going to miss in for ball 3. Ball 3 and a 3-1 count. And that'll miss wide for ball 4. And the Lakers have the leadoff batter on here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that'll bring Chauvin to the plate with Hayden Anthony on deck. First one will catch that outside corner. Strike 1. Runner goes. There's a strike call. Here's a throw. It will not be in time, and Jackson will be in safe with a stolen base at second. That'll be the second strike. And the Lakers have a runner in scoring position here. So with a 0-2 count, and Show fouls that one off down the first baseline. Count remains 0-2. That one will miss. Up, ball one. That breaking pitch just hung a little bit. Didn't drop in for him. That's going to miss low for ball two. And a 2-2 count. And that'll miss out for ball three, and Show works himself back to a full count. There's a grounder towards third. Third baseman up with it, checks a runner over to one. He'll be in time. Here's a throw over to three. It will not be in time. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That shows a grounder to third, advances the runner. And that'll bring Hayden Anthony to the plate with Aiden Horrell on deck. That breaking pitch is going to miss up for ball one. That'll be a nice looking pitch across the outside corner. Strike one. That's a good breaking pitch, and Hayden knew it. It dropped right in there on him. That makes it a 1-2 count with one out and a runner on third for the Lakers in the bottom half of the first. Hayden drops that one. That's going to drop in front of left field. That'll be an RBI single for Hayden Anthony. And the Lakers take the lead. That'll bring Aiden Horrell to the plate. Aiden's driven in 6 runs in the last 2 games. Let's see if he can keep the magic going. Runner goes. There's a strike call. Here's a throw down, and it will not be in time, and Hayden's speed gets him into second base cleanly. So now with an 0-1 count, Hayden steps back in. And he tags that one. That's going to drift foul out of play down the first baseline. Oh, good breaking pitch. Gets him swinging for strike 3. And that'll bring JJ to the plate. That's for Monty's. Oh, that one's going to miss up and in. Just about clipped him. Ball 1. Quick throw. Not in time. Did catch him leaning the wrong way. That one is swung on, driven down the right field line, and it drifts foul. Going to make it a 1-1 count here. Kind of missed low. Nice stop by the catcher. Keeps Hayden at second base. Ball 2. Grounder. Looks like it might get in the gap there. Shortstop comes up, but it's deep, and he will beat that throw out. And the play at the plate will not be in time. So we'll have an RBI infield single there on some strong running. Shortstop did a nice job getting to that ball deep in the hole, but with JJ's speed, really wasn't a chance for him to make a play on it. And the throw to 1 allowed Hayden to score. We do have courtesy runner. Looks like Benton Blattner is courtesy running for JJ, the pitcher. So to bring Brody Famonti to the plate. That first one's going to miss up for ball 1. Oh, gets under that one. That's going to be a tough play, though. Short's calling for it. Settles under it and makes the catch on the grass just outside the infield.
No. This is 9th grade. Oh, 9th grade. Yep, 9th grade A.
So that'll be the third out of the inning. But the Lakers put 2 on the board. They put 2 on the board on 25 pitches from Lakeville North. As we head to the bottom of the inning, all fielding positions will stay the same for the Lakers. There's the throw down, and we are ready to get the top of the second underway here from the Ponds and Laker Field. All right, up to bat will be number 2 for Lakeville North, with number 32 on deck. JJ comes set, and here's the first pitch of the second inning. And that's a pretty one in there for called strike 1. That one's popped up, foul out of play down the first baseline. And makes for an 0-2 count. That breaking pitch misses inside. The batter thought he was out. That one oversteps a little bit. Missed that release point. In the dirt, that'll be ball 2. And a 2-2 count here. There's a grounder towards short. Goldie fields it cleanly, up with it, over to one, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Lakers. And that'll bring number 32 to the plate for Lakeville North with number 16 on deck. That's a good off-speed pitch. It gets him swinging for strike one. There's a great breaking pitch that he fouls off. Strike two. And puts JJ ahead in the count 0-2. And strike three right on the corner as he blows that fastball by him. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring number 16 to the plate for Lakeville North. With number 26 on deck. That's going to miss up for ball two. That one's popped up foul down the first base line. There's a good pitch, catches the corner for called strike two. So with two outs here, it's a 2-2 count in the top of the second, and the Lakers leading 2-0. There's a breaking pitch, gets him swinging for strike three. So Lakeville North goes down in order here in the top of the second on 13 pitches, a very efficient outing by JJ so far. Coming up for the Lakers here in the bottom half of the inning will be Drew Burley, Hudson Johnson, and Wesley Kane leading off. All right. So Drew Burley steps into the box here in the bottom half of the second inning with the Lakers leading 2-0. That's going to miss low for ball one. That's going to miss down and in, ball two. That's going to miss out for ball 3 and a 3-0 count. He'll be looking for a meatball here if he's going to be swinging. That's going to miss low in the dirt for ball 4. And the Lakers have the leadoff batter on and straight pitches here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring Hudson Johnson to the plate with Wesley Kane on deck. A quick throw over there, just keeping Drew honest at first base. And that's a pretty pitch across the knees, called strike 1. Runner goes, pitches inside. Here's the throw, won't be in time with the speedy Drew hustling over to second base on that ball pitch. All right, so now the Lakers have a runner in scoring position and a 1-1 count here in the bottom of the second. That one's going to miss low in the dirt. Catcher does a really nice job of keeping that ball in front of him and holding Drew at second base. There's a hard grounder. That's going to get between. Oh, really nice play by the second baseman. That was a very, very nice play by the second baseman to get that out. I thought that was going to get through, but it moves the runner across. All right, that'll bring Wesley Kane to the plate with Jackson Barrett on deck. With 1 out, Lakers are looking to add to the 2-0 lead they have. That one's down in the dirt. Really nice stop by the catcher. Keeps Drew at third base. That'll catch the outside corner for called strike 1. Another really pretty stop by the catcher on that ball 2 in the dirt. Keeps Drew at third base yet. So it's 2-1 count and 1 out here in the inning. There's a hard grounder. That's going to find the gap between short and third. And that'll be a ground ball single and an RBI for Wesley. And that'll bring Jackson Barrett to the plate. All right, so with 1 out, Lakers are now up 3-0. That ball's up. Here's the throw to second. It will not be in time. He's in there safe with a stolen base on the ball. All right, with a 1-0 count. Oh, that one's going to miss low for ball 2. And there's a hard grounder to third. Fields it cleanly over to one. And it skips by him on an error on the throw, and that will allow Wesley to score, and Jackson hustles to second base on the error. And that'll bring the Lakers back to the top of the lineup. So a little conference at the mound here. Settle the team and the pitcher down. Lakers now leading 4-0. And a runner on second with one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Jackson Goldberg at the plate. It seems like a long conference here. Hopefully the ump will call him back to play shortly. Well, I think we'll have to count this as our TV timeout for the day. And give a shout out to our sponsors today, Traditions Mortgage for all your mortgage needs, and Country Financial. And looks like the ump has said enough's enough here. Let's get this game underway. Not sure. Maybe they were figuring out their dinner order for after the game there. But Jackson steps in with one out here and a runner on second in the bottom of the second. That one's going to miss low. Ball one, and the catcher is earning his paycheck today. And he pulls that one hard. And a really pretty running catch by the right fielder for the second out of the inning. He hit that hard and just about beat that right fielder with it. And that'll bring Chauvin to the plate with Hayden Anthony on deck. Runner goes. There's the pitch. And he is out at third. Really pretty throw by the catcher. Gets Jackson trying to steal at third. But the Lakers do some damage and put two more on the board here in the bottom half of the second inning, and now lead 4-0 on 18 pitches in the inning by Lakeville North. So as we head to the top of the third, coming up to bat will be number 26 for Lakeville North. All fielding positions continue to remain the same for the Lakers. And on deck looks like number 24, and then think we're going to be back to the top of the order as it looks like Lakeville North will be batting 9 today. Lakers always bat 10. They're using the EH position and giving themselves some flexibility on the field. All right, he'll throw down to second. And we are ready to kick off the third inning here from Ponds Field. Again, coming up for Lakeville North will be the pitcher, number 26. There's a great off-speed pitch, gets him swinging. Strike one. That fastball is going to miss low in the dirt for ball one. That one's going to miss low as well for ball two. That one's going to drift high. Ball three and a 3-1 count now to the leadoff batter here in the top of the third. That one's going to miss low for ball four. And Lakeville North has the leadoff batter on here in the top of the third inning. So we'll have a courtesy runner for the pitcher for Lakeville North. That one's going to miss low. Ball one, and a nice stop by Show keeps the runner at first. Quick throw to one, just keeping him honest over there. Here comes set, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's a nice one. That's going to be fouled off down the first baseline. Out of play for strike one. There's a nice off-speed pitch. Gets him swinging for strike two and a 1-2 count. Runner goes. Here's a grounder towards one, and it gets under the glove of Hudson Johnson at first base. Up with it quick, though, is Aiden, and keeps that runner at second. So that'll be a hard ground ball under the outstretched glove of Hudson Johnson at first base, and Lakeville North has the first two batters on. And that'll bring number 22 to the plate with the runners on first and second and no outs here in the top of the third. There's a bunt. He's got him at three. Nope, comes up, goes to one, gets him at one, but Lakeville North advances the runners. So that'll bring a number That'll bring number 5 to the plate, and that first one's a pitch is a pretty one. It's past him for a strike one on a swing and a miss. That one's going to drift up a little bit. Ball 1. Oh, that one just misses inside for ball 2. There's another off-speed pitch. Gets him swinging for strike 2 and a 2-2 count. The double play out of contention here. Infield's got to look that runner back at third, and that's a pretty pitch right across the corner, and the batter knew it the second it dropped in there. Strike 3 and the second out of the inning. That takes a little pressure off the Lakers. Infield can just take the easy play at first base here. So that'll bring number 29 to the plate. That one's going to miss. Ball 1. There's a hard hit ball, and nice coverage there by Jackson Goldberg at short, and the Lakers get out of the inning, and Lakeville North leaves 2 on the bases. On 17 pitches by JJ. So we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the Lakers leading 4-0. Coming up for the Lakers will be Chauvin, Hayden Anthony, and Aiden Horrell. So there was a call for balls in. The throwdown, and we'll be ready to start the bottom half of the 3rd inning. That's a nice throwdown by the catcher. Again, he's been working hard back there, blocking everything. All right, so as we start the 3rd, Chauvin steps to the box. Oh, and there's a hard grounder towards short, and unfortunately, that's going to have to go down as an error on short. He had a chance to get over in front of it, opted to backhand it on that hard ground ball, and it gets by him at short. So the Lakers have the leadoff batter on, and that'll bring Hayden Anthony to the plate. Greg Schonoff comes in to run for Show, who's catching. Quick throw over. Greg dives back in. Oh, and Hayden gets under that one. But that's going to be a tough play. That's going to drop in no man's land out there. Great attempt by the shortstop to get onto that one. But with the outfield playing deep, Hayden gives a little Texas leaguer pop fly and drops that one in there for a single. That puts the runners on first and second for the Lakers with no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. And that'll bring Aiden Horrell to the plate. That breaking pitch is going to drift out for ball one. So still no outs here in the the bottom of the third inning. That'll miss low for ball two. And Aiden turns on that one, hits it to short. They're going to look to twist it here. There's one. And they get it. It's a fine double play there by Lakeville North on the hard hit ball by Aiden to the shortstop. So that'll bring JJ to the plate with two outs now and a runner on third. Lakers looking to get him across here yet in this inning. That's going to miss out for ball one. That's in the dirt. Another really pretty stop by the catcher for ball two. And there's a grounder down the third baseline. That's going to drift foul. Nice pickup by the third baseman there. And that'll be the first strike of the at-bat. So with a 2-1 count, JJ steps back in. Pitcher comes set. And he drives. That's going to be a nice RBI single into the right center gap. So the Lakers add to their lead and get one here so far in the third. And a runner on first with two outs, and that'll bring Brody Fumanti to the plate for the Lakers. Quick throw over, not going to be in time. And we do have Benton in running as a courtesy runner for JJ, who's pitching. There's another quick throw over. No play. Another throw over. They seem very concerned about Benton at first base. I think they're just trying to keep that runner from getting into scoring position here. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled straight back and out of play for strike one. Runner goes, and it's swung on and fouled out of play down the first base line. So with an 0-2 count, Brody steps back in. That's going to miss outside low. Ball one. Breaking pitch just dropped out of the strike zone. Again, another nice stop by the catcher. Oh, and there's a good pitch, fouled off straight back. Count remains 0-2 or 1-2. That's a breaking pitch. Pretty one catches that corner for called strike three. So the Lakers get one there and now lead 5-0 as we head to the top of the fourth on 14 pitches on the inning. So again, we head to the top of the fourth. It's Lakers 5, Lakeville North nothing. Coming up for Lakeville North will be numbers 1, 2, and 32. All right, so here in the top, that first one's going to miss low, ball one. That one's going to be popped up, and it's going to get out of play. Foul ball out of play. So that's a 1-1 count here. Oh, that one's going to miss low, ball two. That's a pretty pitch, catches that corner for strike two and a 2-2 count. And that one, beautiful down across the knees for called strike three in the first out of the inning. That'll bring number 2 to the plate for Lakeville North. There's a grounder towards Goldie at short. Up with it cleanly. Over to 1. And that'll be the second. Goldie's getting quite a bit of work out there today at shortstop. And that'll bring number 32 to the plate for Lakeville North. And there's a pretty first pitch fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That breaking pitch is going to drop a little early. And that'll be ball 1 in the dirt. So it's a 1-1 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And the Lakers leading 5-0. That one's going to drift inside for ball 2. That one's going to miss low for ball 3 and a 3-1 count. And that's a pretty pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and we have a full count. That one's fouled off, out of play down the first baseline. Count remains full. Oh, that one's going to lose that one high. Ball 4. That'll bring number 16 to the plate for Lakeville North. Now with 2 outs and a runner on first. Runner goes. Here's the throw. That's a pitch, a strike. It's going to get away and it's going to hit the batter or the runner. He thought about going for third. That would not have been good for him. But it caught him looks like it caught him in the side of the helmet, so he's okay. But that was in there for a called strike 1. Ooh, that one's going to miss in for ball 1. That'll keep the batter from settling in too deeply in the batter's box. Oh, that one's going to drift up on him. That's a release point thing we were talking about last night and on Monday night as well, but that'll be ball 2. I was talking to the pitchers last night, and they do say there's a kind of a weird flat spot out there depending upon where your landing step ends. That just messes up their release point a little bit. And there's a good off-speed pitch, gets him swinging for strike 2 and a 2-2 count. That breaking pitch pops straight up. JJ calls for it, settles under it, and makes the 3rd out of the inning. So the Lakers get out of the inning with after seeing 4 batters on 18 pitches, and we head to the bottom of the 4th, and the score remains Lakers 5, Lakeville North 0. right. Sorry about that, folks. I was chatting. I was chatting there for a minute. Drew Burley's up to bat here, and that first one's going to be in the dirt for ball one. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball two. That's going to catch the corner for strike one. So with a 2-1 count, here's a pitch. That's going to miss low in the dirt for ball three. 3-1 count for Drew here, leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. There's a hard ground ball. It's going to find its way between first and second into the right field. So that'll be a single, a leadoff single. Oh. That'll be a leadoff single there. Okay. Thank you. Quick throw over, not going to be in time. Field single, or a single just over the outfield. That one's going to miss high, ball one. That'll be in the dirt to Wesley, and another really pretty stop by the catcher. Check it out. For ball two. Wesley gets on that one, fouled it straight back out of play for strike one. So with a 2-1 count, the runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, and another pretty stop by the catcher. It moves it to 3-1, and the catcher is definitely earning his paycheck today behind that plate. There's a hard grounder. That's going to find that gap between short and third. Left fielder up with it quick, and he'll get it in, and that'll keep the runner at third. So with no out, we'll have bases loaded, and Jackson Barrett stepping to the plate for the Lakers. Take a look again once. Just check again. Again, it disconnected. And that first one will drop in there for strike one. There's a breaking pitch, and that's going to find that gap. Oh, a nice backhand. Nice play by the shortstop to even get to it, but that will be another infield single. Shortstop did a good job getting there, but Wesley's good hustle got him in safe at second base. So bases remain loaded. And Jackson Goldberg steps in. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss low in the dirt, and another stop by the catcher. And ball one. It's up now. There's a hard hit ball at second. He comes up with it clean. They're going to look to turn two. Here's the drag. And they got him at first as well. A nice turn. The Lakers will get a run across there. So, hard hit ball by Jackson into the double play. But the Lakers get one. And that'll bring Linus Fleek to the plate, subbing in for Chauvin. And the Lakers now lead 7-0. 2 outs and a runner on third. That one's going to miss low in the dirt. Ball one, and another nice stop by the catcher. I think I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but he has done a phenomenal job back there tonight. And Linus turns on that one, drives it to center field. Unfortunately, right at the outfielder. So on 17 pitches, the Lakers score 2 and now lead 7-0 as we head into the top of the 5th inning. It looks like we're going to have some substitutions here. I see that Linus came in for Show. Greg Schonoff will be coming in. It appears Greg will be coming in for Aiden out in right. We will have Brody Stefani. Oh. Nope, looks like we're going to have Hudson Johnson coming in to pitch. Brody was an alternate there. We'll have Andrew Evenson coming in to play center field. And actually, what that'll do is send Greg to first base instead. But Aiden will exit the game, and we'll just shift some positions there. And we'll have Benton coming in out in left field. And Andrew Evenson coming in center field. All right, so I believe JJ will stay in the game, but we'll have to see for that. Wesley Kane, I'm going to put in, coming in for JJ. We may need to swap that around. Yep, so Wesley will be out in right field. Greg moves to first base, and Hudson Johnson moves to pitcher. So at this point, like I said, I believe that we'll have JJ now EHing, but we'll have to see as we move through here. So again, situation, we're in the top of the 5th inning here. There's what we did. We actually had Stefani coming in for Jurdy, but then moving over and playing third base. All right, we are ready to start the top of the 5th inning here. Here's the first pitch by Hudson, and that's going to be a pretty one right across the knees, called strike one. There's another great fastball. Swing and a miss, strike two. Oh, that one looked really, really good, folks, but that's going to just miss for ball one. That breaking pitch hung up on him for ball two. Trying to get him to chase after something there. And a swing and a miss, strike 3 in the first out of the inning. And that'll bring number 14 to the plate for Lakeville North. That pitch is a pretty one in there, called strike 1. That's just going to miss the outside corner, ball 1. That breaking pitch hung on him again, up high, ball 2. That one pops straight back out of play, foul ball, strike 2. It's a 2-2 count with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. There's another nice pitch, fouled straight back. Count remains 2-2. Wow. Now, I had already marked that one a ball, folks, but ump called that one a strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order for Lakeville North and number 22. That one is popped back out of play, strike 1. That's right across the knees for called strike 2. And an 0-2 count. That one is popped straight up. It's got room for the catcher. He settles under it, and Linus makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So Lakeville North goes down in order on 14 pitches by Hudson Johnson. And the Lakers are head to the bottom of the 5th inning, still holding on to that 7-0 lead. Coming up will be Hayden Anthony. It'll be Hayden Anthony, Greg Shonoff, and Brody Stefani. All right, so we got a pitching change for Lakeville North. Looks like number 16 will come in to pitch. There was the call for balls in. And we are ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning with the Lakers leading 7-0. Hayden Anthony steps into the batter's box. He is 2 for 2 on the day. He is 2 for 2 on a couple of pop flies that the wind just knocked down in no man's land. That was a nice looking pitch. Drops in there for called strike 1.
Got to roll the outs over.
There we go.
I want to see that 5th 0.
And there's a grounder back towards second. Comes up with a clean over to 1. And just about beat that out as the second baseman got a little too lackadaisical on that throw. Hayden's got a lot of speed down to first base. And that'll bring Greg Schoen off to bat, with Brody Stefani on deck. First one's going to miss low, ball 1. That one's going to miss low, ball 2. That one's going to miss up for ball 3 and a 3-0 count here to Greg. That'll catch the knees. Called strike 1. And that'll miss low in the dirt, ball 4. And that'll put Greg on first base. Lakers hoping to get 3 here. 3 would actually end the game in 5 for the Lakers. And Brody Stefani steps in with Andrew Evenson on deck. First one's going to miss up, ball 1. Not sure if that was planned or not. Maybe a little up to hoping to see if the runner goes. Give the catcher a little more advantage on the throw. And out a good off-speed pitch gets him on the corner for strike 1. Takes the throw to 1. Greg dives back. That one's going to miss out, ball 2. 2-1 count. And Brody tees off on that one, drives it straight to center field, is drifting back, and makes the catch. Hard hit ball there. That center fielder settles under it and makes the catch. And that will bring Andrew Evenson to the plate with Benton Blattner on deck. That one's going to miss in, ball 1. So in the bottom of the 5th, Lakers leading 7-0 and 2 outs and a first. That one's going to miss out, ball 2, and another nice stop by the catcher. There's the throw. Not going to be in time as Greg dives back into first. Andrew turns, drives that one to right. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder. Greg's up and in quick and keeps him at second base. But that'll be a single in the books for line drive single in there for Andrew. And that'll bring Benton Blattner to the plate. There's the pitch. Benton jumps on that first pitch, fouls it straight back for strike one. On deck will be Hudson Johnson. And that'll catch the corner for called strike two. 0-2 count. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Lakers, and the Lakers leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the fifth, looking to add to that lead. And Benton turns, drives that one to left field, and it's going to beat the left fielder as that continued to drift and pull, and that'll be a ground rule double. Darn, it got under the fence. Andrew would have scored easily. Andrew would have scored easily from third. That'll bring Hudson Johnson to the plate with the winning run at second base. That first one's going to miss low, ball one, and another nice stop by the catcher. That stop keeps Andrew at third base. That one's going to miss in and hit him. That's a breaking pitch that broke a little too far, and that'll be a hard 90 and load the bases. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. Looks like that'll be JJ running for Huddy. And so that'll bring Wesley Kane to the plate. Looking for a single to hopefully put the game away. And he jumps on that first one. That's going to, nice play by the shortstop. Drifts over and gets the line drive. So the Lakers will leave 3, but score 1, and now lead 8-0. Now lead 8-0 on 20 pitches by Lakeville North. So we head to the top of the 6th. Hudson Johnson will remain on the mound, and coming up should be numbers 5, numbers 29, and number 1. I'll have to see if they've done some subbing at all at this point. Looks like they have, and I'll let you know as they come to bat. All right. Here we go for the top of the 6th. That first one in there for a swing and a miss, strike 1. And we do have 53 subbing in for number 5. Here's a great breaking pitch, drops in there on a swing and a miss, strike 2. That's going to miss just out. Ball one. 1-2 count. That one missed just high for ball two. And a swing and a miss for strike three. And the Lakers have the first out of the inning in the top of the sixth. Looks like it'll bring number 29 to the plate for Lakeville North with number 1 on deck. Hudson comes set. That breaking pitch drops in there nicely for called strike one. Catches that outside corner on the fastball. Strike two. And Huddy's ahead in the count 0-2 now. And another off-speed breaking pitch gets him swinging for strike three in the second out of the inning. That'll bring number 1 to the plate. That breaking pitch is going to hang up on him. Ball one. There's a grounder towards Goldie at short. Oh, that takes a wicked hop on him. And that'll put him on first base there. And that'll bring number 2 to the plate for Lakeville North. There's a pretty pitch. Gets him swinging on the first one. Strike one. That'll hang up. Ball one. Now one popped back out of play. Foul ball. Strike two. Oh, time bump. Had an errant fan throw. Didn't know his own straight. All right, so one of the fans threw it in. It carried a little on him, hit the top of the dugout, and jumped into play there. That's why we had the time there. So with a 1-2 count, Huddy comes set. Here's the pitch. That breaking pitch is going to drift up for ball two and a 2-2 count. 2 outs and a runner on first. And as a pretty pitch fouls it off, count remains 2-2. There's a grounder towards one. Greg comes up with it, flips it to Huddy at first, and they get the out. There's a couple of bad hops on the last 2-1, but handled it cleanly there. So a nice play between Hudson and Greg there. Gets that third out. And the Lakers remain perfect through the top of the sixth with not giving up a single run so far. Huddy threw 16 pitches there and faced 4 batters. Coming up for the Lakers in the bottom half of the inning will be Jackson Barrett, and we'll be back to the top of the order with Jackson Goldberg and Linus Fleek. All right, so as we get ready to start the bottom of the sixth inning, 16 will stay on the mound for Lakeville North. Here's a throwdown. Lakers are looking to get 2 here and end the game in the sixth, not even have to go to the seventh inning. Leading off for the Lakers will be Jackson Barrett. That first one's going to miss in the dirt, ball 1. Oh, Jackson just gets under that, pops it up, shortstop calls it, settles under it, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. All right, and that'll bring Jackson Goldberg to the plate. That's a nice looking breaking pitch in there for strike 1. That'll drift up for ball 1. And there's a nice line drive over the second baseman's head, drops in front of right fielder for a line drive single. That'll bring Linus Fleek to the plate. And a runner on first with 1 out. Lakers leading 8-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And he takes that to left if it stays fair, and it's going to drift foul. Great spot for him as a lefty to drop that down the third base line, but it just drifts foul and strike 1. That'll miss out, ball 1. And there's a hard grounder towards second, and it's up the gap in the middle there, and that'll be a single for Linus. Hard ground ball single. That puts the winning run on first base, and we will have Brody Famonti come in as a courtesy runner for Fleek, who is the catcher. All right, so Hayden Anthony steps in. And he tanks that one down, but it's going to drift foul. And that one hopped the fence there, basically. That would have almost assuredly ended the game. But it ends up just being a long foul ball, long strike. And he does it again, and that's going to drift foul as well. It's almost a duplicate. That one too hopped the fence, though, but that's another long strike for strike 2. He might be out ahead of that a little bit. Looks like the left fielder's now shading that left field line a little bit, which leaves a big opening in left center. Let's see if he can find it. So we tried, folks. He was aiming for that left center gap. That actually hit the lights and drops back into play. He's had 3 very distinct strikes so far in this at-bat. All right, so still an 0-2 count with 1 out. And he tanks, shoots that hard to center field. And the center field makes a pretty catch on the move for the second out of the inning. Looked like Goldie thought he had him beat there in center, so he wasn't able to tag up. And that'll bring Greg Schoen off to the plate with 2 outs here. That's in the dirt, and that's the first one to get by the catcher and allow runners to advance. That is a pretty impressive outing for the catcher, not letting anything else get past him where runners advanced on a pitch. We've had stolen bases, but no wild pitches and pass balls. All right, so with a 1-0 count, Greg steps back in. Oh, and he wanted to, and he should have. That one was across the knees for called strike 1. Looked like he would have been able to drop that one out in out into right field. That one's going to miss low for ball 2 and a 2-1 count. That's going to miss out for ball 3 and a 3-1 count. He's going to be looking for anything around there that he can turn on and drive, folks. Oh, that was going to get behind him. If you remember, if you were watching last night's game, he was on a 3-0 count, and it hit him and sent him down to first. So that walk will load the bases and bring Brody Stefani to the plate with 2 outs. The Lakers leading 8-0, and the winning run for the Lakers being on second base with Brody Famonti and a lot of speed. And Brody is running for Linus. That first pitch is going to miss up for ball 1. Outfield is playing deep after seeing some of the power the Lakers have put forth tonight. And Brody turns and drives that one. That one might be gone. It could be his second home run of the season. It's a ground rule double, but that will end the game as a walk-off double for Brody Stefani. So Brody just about put that one out of there. He hit his first home run against this team the first time they played him. So the Lakers win in 6 innings, 10-0, and sweep the series, winning the first game 14-4. That will do it for us here from Ponds Field tonight. The Lakers' next game is a home game on Monday night. It is their last home game of the season. If you have a chance, please join us then.